All right, here we go. The Zoom has changed, new version. I'm not going to tell you the version number because I don't know. But they've added some enhancements for music, which is a good thing. But some of the settings have changed a little bit in what they do. And the new settings actually have a huge impact on your bandwidth and what you need as far as internet and the use of headphones. One thing I will say is when you start to hear these echoes, the main cause is people listening through their speakers without headphones and using an external mic, especially because it comes out the speaker, goes back in the mic, and gets fed back to Zoom. So if you start hearing yourself and other people start hearing everything twice, it's probably the reason why. We really need to be using headphones. Unless you're using a built-in mic on a laptop and you're just going to watch. And I think mute button discipline really helps with that. If you're not talking, just be muted. It saves bandwidth. It helps everybody out. So let's load this up. Let me switch to my desktop here. All right, desktop's up. And let's start with the web client. So the first thing you need to do is go to your account on zoom.us and log into your account. I'm already logged in here. And this is where if you're hosting meetings, you can make all sorts of settings. But the biggest thing is you have to enable a couple things. So let's make sure that you have those enabled. So you'll go to settings, in meeting advanced, and scroll down to the bottom of that section. And this will be confusing because it'll go right by it, which I just did, and it'll go into the next level. But anyways, allow user to select stereo audio in their client settings. I have it turned on so people can select stereo, and we'll go over that in a bit. And allow users to select original sound in their client settings. This has to be turned on also, otherwise you can't set it. So let's exit that. And here's Zoom, and let's just load a Zoom meeting so I can show how you do it from the meeting. Wrong screen once again. All right. So here's our settings. So this box won't be up, but down here in the bottom left-hand corner where it says mute, unmute, there's a little up arrow. We want to select that. Then we want to go to audio settings. And that'll bring this up. And we'll set what you use for your system after we're done here. Automatically adjust microphone volume. This really should be unchecked, and you should move your slider up so your levels here are right about where mine are. You want to do a good loud test like you're going to sing and make sure it's not turning red. But you can see mine flip back because I'm using an audio interface. If you have a USB microphone or you're using your webcam microphone or any of those things, then this slider will work for you, and you need to, and all the way up isn't the best. You need to find the best spot. Sometimes if you're using a mixer that has USB, you'll need to adjust this also. And remember, all the way up isn't the best. If somebody says you're too soft, instead of adding gain to your microphone, you can actually slide this up a little bit. But that requires some testing. And you need to figure it out. I don't know everybody's system. Everybody's system is a little different, but this is just one place to look for that. Then there's all the usual settings down here, suppress background noise. Don't worry about that because we're going to override it in the advanced. So if you go down here to the bottom at advanced, it'll bring up this screen. You can leave echo cancellation. It doesn't matter, I found out, because if you enable original sound, it bypasses it anyways. So you want this checked, enable original sound. And this just gives you the option to change that setting when you're in the meeting. If we read the thing here, the option automatically disables Zoom noise suppression, removes high pass filtering, and removes automatic gain control. It is recommended for playing music or for a studio-like environment with higher quality microphones, speakers, or audio interface. It is not recommended for use in noisy environments or for general meeting use. So we're going to want this one checked. Our next one, these only apply when original sound is enabled. But disable echo cancellation, disable Zoom echo cancellation algorithms. A headset is required, like I said before, and a quality microphone. You'll want to check that. High fidelity music mode. This is the new one. And this is where your internet connection and the computer you're using make a difference. Optimize Zoom audio for highest quality music. It can increase CPU utilization and consume greater network bandwidth. For those who don't know what that is your network cable is either a pipe this big or it's a pipe this big. So it's how much data can go out and how fast it can go out. The bigger, the higher, the better. So if you are on a Wi-Fi connection, I would not check this. You can try it and give it a shot. Really fast Wi-Fi can keep up, but you would really, for music streaming and quality music, you really want to see if you can get an Ethernet cable somehow to your computer so you're plugged in, hardwired Ethernet. Stereo mode is the same thing. It uses more bandwidth and increases the CPU utilization. If you're on Wi-Fi, I would uncheck this for sure, because you don't need to broadcast a stereo signal. You're still going to hear a mono signal right down the middle of your headphones, and everything's going to be fine. So uncheck this if you're Wi-Fi for sure. All right, so that takes us back to that. And all your settings are good. You'll want to here select what you're using for your audio. What is your microphone connected to? You would pick that here. All right. What are your headphones connected to? You would pick that here. I have my system configured a little different. I run my entire system, everything from an email, you've got mail, to the little bongs when the phone rings, everything all goes through something else. So I have it set same as system. But you'll want to select your interface here. If you're using a USB microphone, it will be listed here. It will say Blue Yeti. Select that. If you have your headphones plugged into your Blue Yeti, which you should if you're using one, then select it up here. And that way, everything that comes in and out of Zoom goes through the Blue Yeti, either to Zoom through the microphone or to your headphones through the microphone. So that's how you would set that. And then once you have those set, we have the troublesome button up here that you need to check. And this really, it's kind of funny. Turn off original sound. What that's telling you, this is a button. You click up here, and I'm up in the upper left-hand corner if you can't see my mouse. You click on it, and it does what it says. So if I click on this, it's going to turn off original sound. So it just turned it off. And I click on it again, it turns it on. So this isn't the state that it's in, it's the state that it'll be in if you click it. But if that was too confusing or just made your head explode, you want it to say turn off original sound if you're performing. When in doubt, leave it this way. The perfect world, if you're just listening and, clapping and talking, you can have it off. You can have it like this. That's fine. But this is how we want to perform. That's all it is to the new settings. I suggest every time you load a meeting, the first place your eye should go is bing, right up here. And you should check that. It's the most important setting. Even if the other ones are wrong, this one is the most important. So that's it for that. So now, let me show you on mobile device. Real quick here. See if this will work. My phone should come up here once it connects. Oh, there it is. Look at that. All right. So I'm just going to show you on an iPhone. But this applies to tablets also. And actually, this applies to all the tablets, whether it's Android or Apple. And what I just showed you on the desktop actually applies to Windows and Mac. I just looked at my Mac laptop for work, and its Zoom settings, and the pages look exactly the same, and the items are found in the same place. So, all right, so we load Zoom, and I should have been back home first. So it's going to come up like this when you load it on your mobile device. First thing you want to do, bottom left-hand corner, is click Settings. Then you want to click Meetings. Then you want to scroll down until you find where it says, and here's my mouse right here, Use Original Sound. You want to turn that on. And I can't stress this enough. You didn't turn on original sound by doing that. Is all you did, you just allowed you to enable or disable original sound when you're in a meeting. And original sound turns off. Noise suppression is what we want. So once you have that on, we're good to go. We can go back home, and I will start a meeting on this. Okay, and video's on, so you get to look at my ugly mug, and I'm probably logged into 2 meetings at once, which I was. Doesn't matter, because you can still see my screen. So that'd be better. Then you're going to want to go More, and you can see the menu there, Enable Original Sound. And it doesn't give you any confirmation that it's on, so you could just click More again, and you want it to say this. You want it, this same thing. It's going to do what it says when you press it. So you want it to say Disable Original Sound. And that's all you need to do for a phone or a tablet. That's the only settings you get, and it's going to be as good as it gets. But I will tell you that this is too hard to do. My arm's not long enough. Your microphone on your phone is down at the bottom where you would be microphones. There's more than one. Where you would be talking. Let me go back to my other Zoom meeting. Let me end this. Bear with me here 1 second. All right, there. If the microphone, as you know with a regular microphone, if the microphones are in front of the sound hole of the guitar, they will sound boom, 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 boom. Way too much. They just sound muddy and too deep. Well, remember where the microphones are on your phone. So what have I have found, if your phone's going to be in landscape so you get good video, and the microphones are down here. If this was my guitar, you want this up towards the neck, facing you, and you want it neck height. And that way the microphone is basically pointing at 12th fret where the neck meets the body, which is where you want it. So, and if you play around with that, you can get really good sound out of just an iPhone. An iPhone's better than a laptop with the built-in speaker, because the microphones are better in the phone than they are in the laptops. So anyways, that's all we have. You know what to do. If you have any questions, send me a message, leave a comment where you found this video on the forums, and we will talk to you next time. Hope this all helped. Thanks.